This is Greek mythology, and this is the first day. This is class 5A. These projects are cross-curricular, so that means you may know this at home, but they're covering Greek mythology in a lot of different subject areas. So it's social studies, it's literature, it's art. I have to say, please take a look at these pictures that Mr. Milroy and Ms. Hildebrand, the kids are making. I'm so amazed. These look so beautiful this year. I mean, they always look beautiful. The chalk this year looks really cool. And so I'm so excited. These kids have done such a great job, and I know that they're ready to go out there. So without further ado, Class 5A, 2023 Greek mythology.
Marveled at the wonders of the world around them.
They were transfixed by the power of volcanoes.
Ooh, lava!
They pondered the change of seasons.
After the long and cold winter, the leaves and flowers began to bloom again. In the summer, the sun's blazing hot, and you can catch a gnarly wave, dude.
And they were amazed by the stars that lit up the nighttime sky.
And so the citizens of ancient Greece created gods and goddesses, each with powers, each with a story to explain all of life's mysteries.
The gods and goddesses lived together on Mount Olympus, a mountain so high no human could see their activity.
At the start, there was Gaia.
I am Gaia, source of all life. I came out of the darkness so long ago. No one knows how, and no one knows when.
There was her grandson Zeus.
I am Zeus, the most powerful of all gods. My weapon is the lightning bolt. With it, I can govern the sky and secure my place as the most powerful of all gods.
He's all about that bolt,
More up there.
Zeus had 2 brothers.
I am Poseidon, god of the sea. My weapon is the trident. When I strike the water, the waves rise up high in the sky.
I'm Theseus, son of the god Poseidon. I'm famous for slaying the fearsome Minotaur.
I am Hades, god of the underworld. My weapon is the cap of invisibility. When I wear it, I can sneak up on my enemies. Shh.
I am Demeter, the goddess of fertility. I tend to the fields and flowers with my daughter Persephone.
I am Hestia, keeper of the hearth and tender of all fires of the world.
I'm Hera, the goddess of marriage and family. I am also Zeus's wife.
Zeus shared his throne on Mount Olympus with his sisters and brothers and all of their children. Together they served as the major gods of ancient Greece.
You should have seen their family reunions.
I'm Ares, son of Zeus, god of war. I'm always very busy and have my shield and sword at my side.
I am Aphrodite, goddess of love. People love to pay my attention. I am Hermes, herald and messenger of all the gods. Hey, I don't make the news, I just bring it.
I am Persephone, daughter of Demeter and goddess of spring. It's nice to be back from the underworld, more on them later.
I am Athena, goddess of wisdom and art. I'm a real headache to my father Zeus.
I am Apollo, son of Zeus and god of the sun. Thank me for your lovely tales.
I'm Dionysus, the youngest of the gods and the god of wine. I am so popular that I get invited to all the parties and celebrations.
The gods and goddesses had wonderful times on Mount Olympus. They feasted on nectar and ambrosia, which heightened their immortality. Eat up.
But in addition to all their powers, the gods and goddesses had many flaws as well: jealousy, curiosity, and greed.
The people of ancient Greece worshipped these gods and did their best to keep them happy.
They believed that if there was a thunderstorm, the gods were in the middle of a heated argument.
And if it was sunny, that meant the gods were getting along.
Although the humans could never climb to the top of Mount Olympus, the gods would often descend down to earth disguised as humans or animals.
They were mischievous gods and couldn't help but cause trouble.
Who? Us?
Today we share 4 stories,
All of them about what happens when you anger the gods.
We proudly present the Greek myths.
The myth of Arachne. Athena was the daughter of Zeus. After Zeus swallowed her mother, the goddess Metis, Athena sprang forth from her father's head, fully grown, and wearing armor and helmet that her mother had made her while inside Zeus' body. Athena was wise and strong, the goddess of wisdom, and Zeus' favorite child.
My dear Athena, you are my most treasured child. I will grant you any wish you desire. Simply ask, and it shall be so.
Although I am the goddess of wisdom, I long for creativity as well. Kind Father, bless me with the gift of artistry, and I shall be content.
Zeus kept his promise, and Athena became a master of craftsmanship and a goddess to artists. She was the inventor of the loom and presented her gifts to all of mankind to enjoy.
With this invention, I can create the most exquisite tapestries, using colors from the universe and threads spun from the softest clouds, red from the sunset and blue from the night sky.
Everyone in Greece worshipped the artistry of Athena, until one day a young maiden, the proud Arachne, challenged the goddess.
Excuse me, who dare challenge the goddess Athena?
Patience, please. I'm just getting there. Arachne is a young girl who lived in Lydia, famous for its purple dye. Her joy is weaving into one of the most beautiful clothes anyone had ever seen.
Look at my craftsmanship. I make men weave in my artwork and the skill in my hand. I am the greatest weaver in all the world. The greatest since the world began, no doubt. In fact, call me crazy, but I think I can weave better than Athena herself.
Oh, no!
Oh, yes.
Athena heard this, of course. The gods were always very quick to hear criticism and even swifter to act against it. Athena was hurt and dismayed by Arachne's words, for she truly cherished mortals and only wished for their betterment. However, this disrespect could not go unpunished.
You poor child, you do not know how foolish you are.
Athena disguised herself as an old woman and went down to earth to Arachne's house. She met with Arachne and gave her the opportunity to correct her mistake.
Your work is beautiful, child, but do you dare compare yourself to the goddess Athena? Why not be content to be the best among the mortals and leave the work of the gods to the gods themselves?
Because I am better than the gods. The goddess Athena come down and measure her skill against mine.
And with that, the goddess Athena threw her for disguise.
Uh-oh! Foolish Arachne, you are a vain girl. I am the goddess Athena, the very goddess you dare to mock. Your wish has come to pass. Sit down at your loom and let us compete. Your own villagers will be the judge and jury. 7 days from now, you will set your spindle in the meadow, and I shall set mine in my place, and we shall have a contest. If you win, I shall refrain from any punishment. If I win, it is your life.
On the day of the competition, Arachne and Athena sat at the looms to begin their work. For days the two spun their crafts. The villagers came from near and far to witness this magical sight. The Arachne's loom produced a rich and beautiful canvas. It was no match to the goddess Athena, who seemed to weave the very sky into her fabric.
Athena! 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 Dear goddess, forgive me for my vanity. It is true that you are the greatest in craftsmanship. Please spare me in my humble little life.
I take pity on you, Arachne, for though you are a proud girl, you are in fact talented. I shall spare your life, but since you seem to enjoy weaving so very much, you shall spend the rest of your life weaving forever. So you may never forget the fate that befalls those who challenge the gods.
And with that, Athena changed Arachne into a spider.
Go on, foolish girl. Spin your thread and weave your empty net forever.
And that's why spiders are called arachnids by those who know them best.
The myth of Daedalus and Icarus. Daedalus was a Greek inventor
inventor, architect, and craftsman of marvelous skill.
Why, thank you.
He is credited with inventing carpentry, including tools like the axe, the saw, and glue. He is said to have been the first to invent sails and masts for the ships in King Minos' navy.
I also carved statues with such precision they appear to be living and moving.
Excuse me, I'm in charge of narration.
Are you going to tell the whole thing?
The title of the myth is Daedalus Nicarus, so yes.
Can we please change the end? I really don't like what happens.
Whose fault is that?
Among Daedalus' most famous inventions, a wooden bowl for Queen Pasiphae in a labyrinth,
Which is a complicated maze. Once you enter, good luck finding your way back out.
the labyrinth was designed to imprison the Minotaur, a fearsome creature of Crete, who had the body of a man and the head and tail of a bull. Minotaur, that's your cue.
Roar.
Can you be more fearsome?
I am Minotaur. Hear me roar.
You're supposed to be a gruesome monster,
This adaptation is for children. I don't want to scare them.
but you eat children.
Athenian children.
Oh, come on. I'm deeply misunderstood. No one loves me. Everyone is scared of me. No one feeds me. Except for the occasional batch of human sacrifices. Don't judge. Minotaur's gotta eat.
Regardless of the creature you see on stage before you, the Minotaur was terrifying, pacing around the center of the labyrinth, always angry and hungry.
Can you please pace and growl a bit?
Grr, grr.
You're really letting me down here.
I gotta be me, narrator.
Moving right along. One year, Theseus, a great Athenian hero, disguised himself and volunteered to join the 14 Athenian children who were going to be sent into the labyrinth and sacrificed to the Minotaur.
Save us, Theseus, save us!
I, Theseus, son of the god Poseidon, will not fail you.
The children were sent into the maze, and Theseus, with the help of Daedalus,
Unwind this magical ball of strings you go, so you can find your way back out. Also, here are a couple tips to find your way to the center.
Thanks, Big D.
Better have your sword ready to go. You don't want to be eaten by the Minotaur.
Some versions of the story say I used my bare hands to kill the monster. It's more dramatic.
Don't be reckless or impulsive.
Recklessness, impulsiveness, my fatal flaws. But don't worry, I got this.
Theseus wandered into the labyrinth, and the sounds of crying, terrified Athenian children was echoing throughout the dark and endless maze.
Save us, Theseus, save us!
The Minotaur was starving and began to prowl in search of delicious Athenians.
You know, I'd be fine with a nice Greek salad. Does anyone know if Grubhub will deliver it to a remote island in the Mediterranean?
You don't eat salad! Stop it!
Theseus used the magical string and followed Daedalus' tips on how to get to the center of the maze.
Here comes dinner.
After winding through the dark, creepy passageways, Theseus finally arrived at the Minotaur's lair.
I, Theseus, son of the god Poseidon, greatest Athenian of all time, is here. I'm here to slay you, you fearsome, wretched, horrifying beast.
No need for all the name calling. Minotaur has feelings too.
And with that, Theseus killed the Minotaur!
Really? That's it? You called that a character arc? Come on, can I have another scene or two?
That's how the myth goes.
Die! 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 Take it easy. I'm dead. Sheesh, no respect.
Once the Minotaur was dead, Theseus followed the magical string back out of the labyrinth, gathering up all the Athenian children as he went. He boarded the ship with the children and King Minos' daughter, the Cretan princess Ariadne. King Minos was furious when he discovered that the Minotaur was dead and his daughter was gone.
The Minotaur is dead? My daughter Ariadne left with Theseus?
Hello, what about me?
Excuse me?
I'm Ariadne, Cretan princess, daughter of King Minos and Queen Pasiphae.
I said that already. You're on
on the ship with Theseus, sailing away.
That scene with Theseus and Daedalus never happened. It was me.
This is a myth. Technically, none of this happened.
I gave Theseus the ball of string and the sword to slay the Minotaur.
Great. Ariadne helped Theseus by holding the ball of string.
Now sail away! Theseus never would have conquered that maze and the monster without me.
Thank you for setting the record straight. Now on with the story.
You got a lot of Jews in this class, and my story is essential to this myth. And I'm gonna marry Dionysus.
We don't have time for that. This is a myth of Daedalus and Icarus.
Icarus hasn't even entered yet. How many pages into the script are you?
Hi, I'm Icarus.
This kid? Seriously?
Hi, I'm Icarus.
What about the scene when Theseus abandons me at the island of Naxos? I'm prepared to give you some real tears when I discover I've been left behind. Look!
We need to move on. Welcome, Icarus, son of Daedalus.
Oh, I was the mistress of the labyrinth. Some even say I was a great goddess of Crete. Icarus, really? I'm out of here.
As I was saying, King Minos was furious when he discovered what had happened.
The Minotaur is dead. My daughter Ariadne left with Theseus. I need answers. No one knows the secrets of the labyrinth. No one!
No one, that is, except the brilliant designer of that magnificent maze. Who are you talking about?
You know who did this?
Starts with D, ends with S, and rhymes with Aeschylus. Sort of.
Who?
Wait, no, Pegasus! Rhymes with Pegasus!
No idea. I have no idea.
Daedalus. It's Daedalus. Duh.
Daedalus! Did you help Theseus?
I sort of gave him a ball of string. Oh, you gave me the ball of string. Right, thank you. I gave Ariadne the ball of string, who in turn gave it to Theseus.
A magical ball of string?
Daedalus, I must punch you and your son.
Hi, I'm Icarus.
I know who you are! Daedalus, I love what you did with the labyrinth. Really amazing work. But you have betrayed me. You and your son will now be imprisoned in this labyrinth.
I know the way out.
My men will close the entrance and my ships will guard the sea. There is no way for you to escape.
With that, King Minos departed, leaving Daedalus and Icarus in the labyrinth with no way out.
Then what? Go ahead, narrator.
Whoa, Dad, this cliff is super high. Look at the view.
Hello, narrator. Where'd you go?
Look, Dad, I can balance on the edge.
Icarus, move away from the cliff, Icarus.
What are we gonna do, Dad?
I need to think.
Ooh, I'm gonna go explore the labyrinth after the Minotaur's dead.
No, you are not.
Dad, why are you so boring?
Icarus, please. I need to think of a plan.
Whoa, check these out. These must be from the huge birds. Look at me, Dad.
Let me see those.
What is it?
Help me gather as many of these as you can.
What are you doing?
Gather more and tree branches, anything you can find.
For days, Daedalus worked, using bird feathers, branches from trees, and wax to build his latest and greatest invention.
What is it? What did you make?
Whoa, wings! Come here, let me attach these onto your back.
How do I look?
Perfect. Now help me attach mine.
There was no way out through the complicated maze with the entrance blocked, and Daedalus knew that even if he and Icarus could sail the dangerous rock face down to the ocean, King Minos' men would catch them, which meant
we're going to fly.
No human had ever overcome the force of gravity to soar through the air like a bird. If anyone was capable of such a creation, it was Daedalus.
Let's go! Wait. You have to listen to me. If you fly too close to the water, the winds get wet, and the weight will pull you into the sea.
Got it. Let's go!
Hold on. I'm not done. You have to listen to me. These wings are crafted together with wax. If you fly too close to the hot sun, the wax will melt,
destroying the wings.
I love my wings. I'm a bird. I'm a bird.
Are you even listening to me?
Be careful. Be careful. I know. Can we fly now?
All right. Follow me.
And for the first time ever, humans took flight.
Whoa, Dad! Look at me!
Woohoo! Yes!
Down below, the citizens of Crete looked up and witnessed this impossible sight.
Look at me! Look at me!
Icarus, you're flying too high! Icarus!
I'm like a god of Mount Olympus. Yes!
Icarus flew higher and higher.
Icarus, you're going too high! The wax is going to melt!
And higher still, until he was only a tiny speck in the sky.
I'm a god!
As he flew closer and closer to the fiery heat of the sun, the wax holding the feathers and branches together melted. The wings quickly disintegrated.
Icarus! No!
Icarus fell into the sea, disappearing under the water. Daedalus couldn't do anything. Icarus had ignored his warning and fallen from the sky. Daedalus wept for his son, but kept flapping his wings, eventually arriving in Sicily. He would forever be haunted by his son Icarus' failure to heed his warning.
Well, that was fun! Ariadne, you're still here?
I've been here the whole time. I never left.
The myth is over.
Just think, you guys could have seen the marriage of Ariadne and Dionysus, god of wine and theater.
That's how the story goes. It always ends with Icarus falling into the sea.
Ariadne, look me up, people.
The end! The end! Time for the next myth!
The myth of Pandora. While the gods have on Mount Olympus feast on nectar, there's a young titan, Prometheus, who yearned to make the world of mortals wiser and better than it had ever been before. There came a time when Prometheus challenged Zeus and asked him why he refused to give the human world fire.
With fire, humans will be able to warm themselves. They will be able to cook their harvest to nourish their families. Without it, they're no better off than the beasts.
Fires are only for the gods. It is far too powerful for lowly mortals. They will only misuse it, or worse, they will become strong and wise like us, and after a while, they might drive us from our kingdom. Sorry, but the answer is no.
And what if I asked Hestia directly? After all, she is the keeper of the hearth. Surely she listens to reason.
I have given you your answer. Do not cross me, Prometheus.
But Prometheus was a proud titan, and he was determined to help the mortals. So he climbed to the top of Mount Olympus and stole an ember from the sacred urn of Hestia. Prometheus gave fire to the humans, providing them with new arms, strength, and power.
I'm sorry that I have betrayed you. When I saw the mortals shivering at night, horsey raw meat, I had no choice but to intervene.
This cannot go unpunished. From this day forward, you shall be forever chained to this rock.
Forever? You actually need forever?
It won't be so bad. You're allowed to have visitors.
Zeus was also angry with the mortals for accepting the embers, and decided he would punish them as well. No longer would they live in the blissful shadows of the gods.
Let them keep their fire. I will make them 10 times more miserable than they were before they had it.
Since Zeus was a clever god, he devised a clever punishment. The punishment for mortals would take the form of a beautiful woman, the first woman on earth.
I will create a gift for the earth, a beautiful girl. She will look like her own Aphrodite and be blessed by each of the gods. Hephaestus, god of craftsmanship, I order you to mold this girl out of clay. Aphrodite, crown her with jewels and beauty. Athena, give her wisdom and craft. Apollo, teach her how to sing. And I will give her the greatest of all human gifts, curiosity. And we will name her Pandora, which means all gifted.
Zeus ordered Hermes to present her with one final gift.
I present to you, Pandora, one final gift, this beautiful box.
Gee, thanks. How do you know I want a box?
Take the cards with you, so there are no circumstances that you ever open it.
Wait, why? What's inside the box?
Just promise me you'll never open it.
It's getting late. Grace must be waiting for me. Time to go.
And so Pandora is placed on Earth. Zeus took vengeance by presenting Pandora to Prometheus' twin brother, Epimetheus. Prometheus had warned Epimetheus to beware of Zeus.
Brother, beware of Zeus. He's going to try and trick you.
But Epimetheus was so struck by Pandora's beauty, he forgot all prior warnings.
Brother, hello? Can you hear me? I'm still chained to this rock. Brother?
Do you feel something?
No, must be the wind.
Brother, remember me.
You are a gracious and forgiving God. Indeed, you possess a beautiful wife. I thought you would have it out for me after my brother betrayed you.
All is forgiven. Good luck with your new lives together. Trust me, you'll need it.
Pandora was a blessed young woman, now happily married, and with every gift a mortal could ask for. But she was not perfectly happy. As the days passed, she could not stop thinking what might be inside that box.
How I wish I could open it. I know I have everything, but if I could only see a tiny glimpse of what was inside this box somehow, I know my life would finally be complete.
I'm sorry, but I cannot let you. My brother betrayed the gods, and look what happened. It is for your own good, my dear wife.
It was not long before Zeus's gift of curiosity finally got the best of Pandora, and she could no longer wait to see what was inside the box. In the middle of the night, Pandora snuck out of her house and crept into the garden. She carefully placed the box on the ground.
Oh, it's only a box. I'm sure one small peek won't do me anyone. Besides, who will ever know?
Carefully, Pandora took out a little key and opened the mysterious box of the gods. No sooner she had opened it than a terrible wind came forth and out from the box, who was full of human miseries. Greed! Slander!
I'm the one to gossip what a little birdie told me.
Vanity!
Enough about you! What do you think of me?
And all the other evils that the world had been stirred up until that mortified her. Horrified what she had done, she desperately tried to contain the miseries and put them back into the box.
Pandora, what have you done? Close the box!
But it was too late. She had lost all of them but one. Pandora clapped the lid onto the box before Hope had a chance to fly away.
Hope. At least I still have hope.
So even though Pandora made her tragic mistake and released some miseries into the world, she was able to save hope. And that is why, though the world is not perfect and miseries do occur, we still hang on to tomorrow, always filled with hope that things will get better with time. The myth of Persephone. As the goddess of fertility, Demeter was in charge of all the fields and crops and assured the earth of good harvest and abundant life. Zeus was very fond of Demeter and appreciated all she did for the earth, and so he made Demeter his wife. Together they had a beautiful daughter who they named Persephone. Persephone brought Demeter so much joy that she never let her daughter out of her sight. When Demeter went to the earth to look after her fields and trees, she brought Persephone with her. Come, Persephone, let us sprinkle the flowers with the dewdrops of heaven.
Persephone was raised among the flowers and was even told that she looked like a flower herself. It was she who named all the flowers in the world.
Since you are as bright as the sun, you shall be called the sunflower. You are as delicate as the wind, and you shall be named Daisy.
She would dance and laugh in the fields, and with her laughter came much happiness and sunshine from the gods. And it was this laughter that caught the attention of Hades, the god of the underworld.
Who dares wake me up in the middle of my beauty sleep?
Now Hades was known to be a gloomy and grumpy god, and one who kept mostly to himself, hidden in the caves of the underworld. But hearing the laughter of Persephone suddenly stirred love in his heart.
What is this strange feeling that's overcome me? Why is my frown turning upside down? I feel happy. Oh, how I wish I could have this girl as my wife to live with me in the underworld and bring her laughter to my tedious days.
But Hades knew that Demeter would never part with her beloved daughter, and so he devised a mischievous plan to capture the beautiful girl.
Mother, the sun is so high up in the sky today. Please let me go gather flowers in the meadow.
My dear child, you know I desire to grant you every last request, but there's more danger in the world than your young heart can know.
Please, Mother, I will return home before dark. The flowers are just so beautiful and plentiful, and I will make the most beautiful crown for you.
Very well, Persephone, but do not go too far or rest behind trees where I cannot see you.
Thank you, Mother. I will do as you said.
But in her excitement, Persephone forgot to heed her mother's warnings. She strayed too far for her mother to see her.
Closer. Closer.
And here in the flattest part of the meadow, the ground split open. In an instant, Hades reached up from the underbed and snatched the girl, dragging her down below. The ground quickly covered up the hole, and silence fell upon the land. Demeter realized instantly that something was wrong and called out urgently for her daughter.
Persephone! Persephone! Where are you? Persephone!
Persephone had vanished without a trace, and Hades led the frightened girl to his home in the underworld.
Do not be afraid, Persephone. You will be happy here.
How can I be happy in a home such as this, where the sun will never touch my skin again?
I'll give you all the gifts your heart will desire. I'll give you a throne of black marble. I'll give you all the jewels you could ever want. You shall be queen of the underworld.
I have no use for cold jewels. I love the warmth of the summer air and the delicacy of the flowers. They are my jewels. I don't want to be queen of the underworld. I want to be with my mother.
Enough complaining. What is done is done. You must remain with me now, but in time you will soon grow happy here.
No! Ugh!
This might take longer than I thought.
In the meantime, Demeter had talked with all the birds and discovered what happened to her precious daughter. In a rage, she went to the god Zeus.
No bugs can touch the pond. And flash your open brain whenever you're feeling thirsty. What is it you ask of me?
Your brother Hades has stolen our daughter and dragged her down to the underworld to be his queen. You must rescue her immediately. Justice. Justice must be had.
Please promise. Don't let her
Hades is a powerful god and will make a good husband for his daughter. And I can't make such a demand of my own brother.
But he has stolen her unfairly.
I admit, his willingness is little abroad, but she will be well taken care of.
Anyone but Hades. Persephone is a flower child, daughter of the morning. No ray of sunlight ever pierces that dark hole he calls his kingdom. She will wither and die.
Don't be absurd. She's the daughter of Zeus. She will survive.
And with that, Zeus dismissed his wife, tired of her pleading. But Demeter's sorrow was uncontrollable, and she wept day after day for her daughter. Weeks passed, and Zeus began to receive complaints from the mortals. Crops were dying, soil was dry, and no buds were blooming.
Somehow I don't think that I've been entirely fair. Can't we find some compromise?
As long as my daughter is away, I will weep. As I am the goddess of fertility, while she is gone, nothing shall grow. No tree will bear fruit, no grass will spring. I will mourn, and the earth shall grow as dry and shriveled as my heart.
Somehow I don't think God can use the mortals. Very well. She will be allowed to leave Hades as long as she hasn't eaten the fruit of the underworld. If she has, you realize there's nothing I can do. She'll have to remain there forever. I'll send Hermes to escape from Persephone and bring her home again.
I'm certain she has not eaten. Her soul will be too heavy to eat.
But in fact, Persephone had been growing weak with hunger, and though nothing grew in the underworld, there was one single tree that bloomed in Hades' garden.
Come, Persephone, and taste my pomegranate. I'm sure you have never tasted such sweet, juicy fruit.
That is very generous of you to have shared the fruit of your only tree. Perhaps I have underestimated you after all.
In truth, the cunning Hades knew that once she had taken a bite from the pomegranate, she would never be able to return home to the earth's surface.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Persephone had eaten 6 seeds when Hermes finally arrived to take her back to Earth.
Your father Zeus has declared that you return to your mother. Come with me and I shall bring you home where the land blooms under the blessing of the sun.
Oh, thank you, Hermes. I knew my mother wouldn't leave me here for eternity. But Hades interrupted before their departure.
Not so fast, my friends. Persephone has eaten the fruit of the underworld. Since she has eaten 6 seeds, she must remain with me for 6 months of the year. You may return to the earth for now, but I will see you soon again, my dear.
Hades smiled as he watched Persephone leave, for he knew that she would be returning to him. When Demeter saw her daughter again, she ran to her with joy.
I'm sorry, but it cannot be. She has eaten of the fruit, 6 seeds. She will have to remain there for 6 months of the year.
I'm so sorry, Mother. I will have to return to the underworld 6 months every year. It is my punishment.
My dear daughter, how I shall cry without you.
Do not cry, Mother. We must be happy for the time that we have.
You have raised your daughter well, Demeter. Persephone is wise beyond her years. Listen to her advice and let us put this shout of them to an end.
Very well. When you are here with me, I will be happy and smile upon the land. But for the 6 months that you are gone, I shall weep, and the land shall weep with me. During that time nothing shall grow, and the land shall be as hard and dry as my heart.
And that is why there are seasons, and why summer and winter are as they are. For when Persephone returns to her mother in the spring, the sun shines, and when she returns to Hades in the fall, the earth must sleep under frost.
fabulous. What a way to start the week, and I know that you have inspired all of the audience members here today, including our Class 4 girls in the back, and 5B and 5C who will take the stage tomorrow and the next day. Thank you so much for bringing the Greek gods and goddesses to life in such a delightful way. Weren't they fantastic? And behind this wonderful group of students is a fantastic group of teachers who guided them through each of the cross-curricular aspects of this performance, including Miss Lidegren, Mr. Milroy in art, Miss Garcia, our dance teacher, Miss Kim, our wonderful accompanist behind us, Miss Gunther for music, Miss Reichberg, girls homeroom teacher, and Mr. Madden and Miss Hickey, our speech and drama teachers, and our entire set tech team and performance team in the back and in the sides of the wings today.